Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Garoppolo's 49ers going up against Wilson's Seahawks.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here's Wilson. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
To midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The former Seahawk and former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. The play fake. Here's Wilson. Forced out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The rookie from Stanford, Solomon Thomas. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Play action. It's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Garoppolo on first down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dive.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
They go play action now. Wilson. And some room to roam that. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Darkwan. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run again now with Darquan. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. They find some open field here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way. On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. But guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Let's go!
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 41-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now Darquan. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down. On the run, Darquan.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson, off play action. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malcolm Smith. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Flush to his right. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. play to McKinnon. And he is knocked down from the side. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Every time we leave a Seattle game, I have the PA guy's voice in my head. Tackle by Bobby Wagner.
Well, he had 167 tackles last year. Not only led the NFL, that was the most in a single season in Seahawk history.
And how about this? His second All-Pro nomination. This guy is sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone, making plays.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to find Conley. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Let's go. Green 39.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Screen play, McKinnon. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
His throw caught at about the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cliff Averill able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Here's McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Hurry up, here we go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 6 yards to go here on second down. Defense showing blitz.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. Watching that body. Back there, here we go. Green, 39. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Garoppolo now.
Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The rookie from Stanford, Solomon Thomas. And it'll be 4th down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch it now, Barney. 36. Back nine up, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd down following the run. They'll run with Darkwa. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. DeForest Buckner in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Let's go.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
19.
This time Wilson will throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Here's a toss coming right. Gets around him. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but, you know, the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now they try the right side here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And this looks to probably be the final play. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard near the 42. So, Charles.